Hello, everybody. Carter Baum here alongside the voice of the Barons, Jim Byers. And Jim, we've been saying it for the last couple weeks, but really it's do or die this weekend for the Barons' playoff hopes against Charlotte.
Charlotte's 2 points ahead of the Barons. They're one of a couple of clubs that's just ahead of Oklahoma City in the playoff race, and 4 points in regulation for the Barons this weekend. If they can get 2 regulation wins, would be absolutely huge. It wouldn't completely kill the Barons' playoff chances, but they need an awful lot of help if they don't sweep here.
This Checkers team comes into town. They played in San Antonio last night, lost to the Rampage 5-2. Rampage helping out the Barons' playoff hopes a little bit there by winning that game. They got on a bus, traveled overnight, and they'll play here tonight and tomorrow afternoon. A quick turnaround on normal standards from Saturday to Sunday, but especially with that long travel last night for the Checkers.
No doubt about it, and you would think the Barons would have a big advantage. The Barons haven't played since Wednesday. Now, Grand Rapids came here after a game down in Texas in the middle of March, played the Barons the next 2 nights, and it didn't work out so well. But it does have to take a toll on the Checkers, you would think, and 2 of their top offensive players, basically their 2 top offensive players, Zach Boychuk and Chris Terry, were just sent down from Carolina, but they played on Thursday in the National Hockey League. They played last night in San Antonio. They could be looking at 4 games in 4 days, which is really rugged. So it's going to be interesting to see how the coaching staff uses them.
Well, when you look at the standing, it's almost guaranteed to be a close game, but the Barons have had a bunch of those over the last couple weeks, including 3 straight shootout games that have gone to shootouts, including 2 last weekend in Charlotte. They were able to pull out the victory on Wednesday against Hamilton, though.
And a much-needed shootout win. The Barons are 2-9 in shootouts this year. That's quite a few points they've given away by losing shootouts, but both their shootout wins have been here at home. They did get off a schneid that had lasted a couple of months without a shootout win on Wednesday. It's nice to be able to win those close games. The Barons have played almost nothing but close games lately, so you got to figure tonight's probably going to be pretty close with a playoff atmosphere tomorrow as well, so they're going to need to get the type of goaltending you need to win close games, and if it does go to overtime or a shootout, somebody's going to have to come up with one of those big goals like the rookie in his first pro game, Greg Chase, did the other day when he tied the game late against Hamilton and forced overtime.
Well, we found the Barons' lucky charm in the shootouts. It happens to be CJ Stretch's mother, who was in attendance for the first one, and she was here on Wednesday as well.
Well, and CJ has scored the decisive goal in both Barons' shootout wins this year. Both times here in Oklahoma City, the shootouts went beyond the normal 5 rounds. Both times CJ Stretch scored the go-ahead goal, and then Richard Bachman made a save in the bottom of that round and won it. So double Stretch luck there.
Showing off for mom, CJ does. Well, it's a drive away every Saturday here tonight. One lucky fan will go home in a Volkswagen Golf. Jim, thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
And for Jim Byers, I'm Carter Baum, Barons TV.